Hello, everybody, and welcome to Waifu Watch Snaps. It's like the Waifu Watch, but short. This is our sort of once a season quick snap preview of what is coming up based on descriptions, previews. We'll tell you what we're interested in, what we're probably going to watch, and what looks like a hot flaming pile of garbage.
Yeah, it's that time again.
It is that time.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
and the things that look like hot garbage, but we're gonna watch anyway.
Okay, so like before we get to the
False.
Snaps episode,
Not
like,
all of them.
okay, so here's the thing. Like we talked shit about last season and how it was just gonna be flat garbage, but then it gave us Akka, which is like one of the best things about last season. So like let's plus like
Best thing about my life this year, honestly.
plus like this season is undeniably stacked, but we're gonna get into it. First we gotta get all this nonsense out of the way.
So yeah, this is just sort of as usual, it's our quick compilation slide of we didn't cover or watch the first season of or source material of this. So
Of note, actually, interesting fact, we were going to go through Grand Blue Fantasy. At least Mia was going to watch it for last season.
Going to, yeah.
It was gone.
Yeah,
and
like,
it's gone.
like there were some like production delays and only like 2 episodes got posted.
Yeah,
and, now
and then
it's
we-
get it
yeah.
air, and I'm just like, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah, like since we
by the time this came out, I didn't care.
yeah, and since we have to like be on a weekly thing, we ain't got time for shit like that. So we had just had
Speaking
to
of
move
things
right
that
along.
came out by the time I didn't care, Attack on Titan season 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Now-
all right, well,
yeah.
we're gonna talk about this real quick. Basically, we are not watching Attack on Titan season 2, and this is for a few reasons. One, I mean, I know at least I personally did not really care for the Attack on Titan season 1 fad back when that was still a thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I read like most of the manga. I was pretty much cut off to it pretty far, so I knew everything that happened. I was like, man, they got through that really quickly in season 1. That's cool, I guess.
So there's basically the fad's a little bit like old at this point, which I mean, like people know. The other thing is that the manga gets not good at this part, and the people who have read the manga know what we're talking about. This is the part where the manga gets kind of strange and not as good. The other thing also is that Attack on Titan season 2 is only going to be 12 episodes.
Season 1 was only 12 episodes, right?
Yeah, but they said they're going to cover a whole bunch of content, so that's a foreboding sign of not great pacing on the
It's
horizon.
a red flag.
When
To be fair though, there wasn't a lot of good stuff that happened in the manga either.
I mean, yeah, but in any case, so we are not watching Attack on Titan season 2.
No.
People are still free to do so,
Absolutely.
obviously,
See,
but
the thing
none of
is-
us. It's one of those things where it's like, I was never into Attack on Titan,
Neither
so
was I.
season 2
I wasn't
hasn't
into
done
the-
anything to make me care.
I wasn't into the anime. I read the manga, and honestly, the manga didn't focus enough on the lesbians for me to care.
3 out of 10, not gay enough.
That's my rating.
Like, I'm very much in the same boat where I've watched Attack on Titan and I've read up all the manga because it was really hard to miss this fucking show when it was in full swing because it was literally everywhere you looked. This is one of the very few shows that has really broken out actually into like mainstream media in more recent years. Like this is one of those animes that if you like asked any like average
It went full on Naruto.
yeah, no, like if you asked like somebody who's in like a college campus or something, like chances are they would at least have heard of it because it's also gotten like exposure through Meme Factor and all that kind of stuff like that. It is a big monster of the industry now, and
It's
season 2 is
no
Among
pun
Us.
intended. No pun intended.
No pun intended on that.
Hey.
It's a huge presence in the industry now, and it's basically a cornerstone of what the modern industry is driving off of, and this is a huge moment for a lot of people that are following the show, and also it's just going to bring back a lot of those, I guess, diehard fans back. The bandwagon's definitely, I don't think it's going to be there anymore because that ship has come, docked, and had sailed off.
Yeah, there were a lot of people I knew who like were into anime in middle school and then fell out of it and then got back into anime with Attack on Titan. But since then, they've gone on and found other things and rediscovered other things in the genre that they care more about.
Yeah, this
than
is another key example of a gateway anime, and now that it's getting its second season, we're probably going to see a lot like what Shippuden did, but like when it first aired, when Naruto, the hype around Naruto was kind of fading, and then Shippuden aired, and there was a spike in interest again. Then it slowly trailed off to like an equilibrium of steady watchers, which I think is what is going to happen in the end game. But either way,
there's only gonna be 12 episodes, so there's not much they can really
that's,
do.
like,
yeah,
once
that's
again,
the thing. It's weirdly short.
The
It's
biggest
weirdly short in a
fucking
way
red
that's
flag.
not very promising. I mean, look at the fucking poster for season 2. Like, shit gets complicated. So
It really does. Like, the biggest fucking red flag is the fact that it's only 12 episodes. If they're going to cover as much as I think they're going to cover,
or as much as they said they were going to.
Folks, it ruined Taboo Tattoo. It's ruined a lot of what would normally be really good shows. I have a feeling that it might put a damper on this second season. So,
Let's be a little real here. The writing has not always been so strong in Attack on Titan to begin with.
Okay, but like it's still.
Let's not. Okay, here's the deal. Like, Attack on Titan is popular. It is popular for a reason. But we're not watching season 2 because of other stuff that we know about the manga plot, and also largely just because we don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's all that we really need to say about it. Let's not turn this into, like, bash on Attack on Titan for 30 minutes.
We're not giving this as for a platform for you to just bash Attack on Titan fans. They're not the worst. I'm
not bashing the fans. I'm bashing the story. The story's not good. It's a show
in any case.
In any case.
But.
Speaking of season 2,
Speaking of shit that we should bash.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? No. I'm going in.
Okay. Joe stops me only to go on a 30-minute tirade of his own.
To the viewers at home, to anyone out there, to the random fucking asshole that just clicked on this video. Just out of nowhere, just to see, oh, it's somebody talking about the next anime season. I better listen to it. I have one question for you if you are planning to watch this show. Why are you watching season 2 of Berserk? Why? There is literally zero reason to keep track of this show. Season 1 butt-fucked every single Berserk fan, me included. It has ruined Berserk for a lot of people, including me. Why, then, would you go back up to the table and say, please, sir, may I have some more? No. Fuck no. Fuck that. Fuck this. People are eating shit and liking it. Like,
or they're not. Because
this show is the biggest fucking case of Stockholm Syndrome I have ever seen in a single series. And once again, it just depresses me, the fact that it's Berserk. And I cannot, in good conscience, recommend anybody watch the second season of this. Like, that's my main question. If you're planning to watch this second season, don't. And if you're gonna ignore me, well, fine. Fuck you. I'm going to just keep reading.
I mean, they might be spite watching it just like you are.
Okay, no. Fun fact. I'm actually not going to touch this.
You're not going to spite watch something? Oh
no.
My god.
No.
I doubt it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Because you want the biggest thing. It's just I'm tired. The first season was just so awful. So horrendous. It's the second worst anime of the decade. And now I'm getting more of it. I cannot in good conscience keep going because I know that every single view I spite watch to them, it encourages more. I want a good adaptation of the shit beyond Golden Age. And now that I know I'm never going to get it, fuck it. This series is dead to me now. Like, fuck. It's so bad. It is so bad. Even the preview. Griffith looks like he's fucking Voldemort with his no-nose ass. Eyes too far apart, CG looking. It's so horrible.
It's not good.
Why do people have to have such shit taste that they, like, stay with whatever? Fuck it.
In any case,
bottom line, fuck
they
Berserk.
want to believe
it's not going to be good.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
You know,
fuck this
if
series.
you're worried about it being good, you don't need to be. It's not going to be good.
It's gonna
good
be
news
bad.
is it's going to get fucking decimated by, Attack on Titan season 2, which we literally just talked about. And also this next show that's coming up kind of inexplicably.
What fucking year are we in where we're now?
I mean, the thing is that
generation.
the other Naruto anime just ended.
Yeah.
And Boruto is running as like a short manga thing right now. So like, I get it. I get why this show exists, but I'll be honest, it's really fucking weird. Like, even watching this preview was incredibly strange. Good news is that Boruto has considerably better taste in friends, and he's hanging out with Shikamaru's kid, which is 10 out of 10 taste, my first anime crush. But yeah, that's like indicative of my fucking type already.
Yeah.
except for like slightly less of a horrible person. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to be watching this either, largely because, you know, I don't think any of us finished Naruto.
No,
I will bet that I held on to it the longest out of everyone, but I think I ended the chapter that Kasame turned into a literal fucking shark. I don't know when that was, but that was the moment where even like me in high school was like, I've had enough.
I've stopped like halfway through Shippuden. I just couldn't.
I didn't have a Naruto phase. I just had one vicariously through my friends who are into Naruto. So like I never watched it, but I basically had the entire experience of watching it and living through that phase because I had friends who were in that phase.
The thing is that Naruto is one of those, like I said, like Attack on Titan, but like this is like one of the big cornerstones of modern anime and manga, like past like the year 2000. Like this is this name everybody fucking knows. But like the thing is, like watching the preview for this, it's surreal because I'm watching, I'm thinking, wow, how fucking long ago did I stop watching Naruto? And when I like look back at it, it's like, it's not, once again, it's one of those things where it doesn't look like it's going to be bad. It doesn't look like it's going to be good. It looks like it's just going to be, you know, par for the course and just
more. It's just more Naruto.
It's just more Naruto. And
it's interesting that it exists, but
I'm just more flabbergasted that Shippuden has ended because like that just makes me feel, wow, really fucking old. Shit. Oh. Like I'm pretty sure that has the same effect on a lot of people that are probably going to watch this. But either way, you know, if you're a fan of Naruto, you're gonna like this.
You're probably gonna like it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll get back to the good parts of Naruto. I haven't actually read Boruto, so I don't know.
If Sakura divorces Sasuke, I didn't even watch, but I'm just saying that should be a plot line.
They ever got married.
Yeah.
They did. They got married and had a kid.
I mean, they had a kid.
I don't think marriage was part of that deal.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I don't know.
I'm
all I know is that they had a kid
certain
and Sasuke is now fucked off in a way that he has a tendency to be.
Yeah, that's basically what happened is that Sasuke fucking had a kid and he just is now in the ether
Went
somewhere.
out for a carton of cigarettes.
Fucking basically.
Never came back.
Never came back. Oh, God.
I never had a dad.
Moving on from Boruto into sort of, I guess, one of the new guards of Shonen Jump. We did not cover season 1 of Boku no Hero Academia
because we were just way too busy with other stuff.
Yeah, we were busy with other stuff, and also like I have a friend who cares for this manga very intensely. I'm not a huge fan of it, but he's sold Joe and Mia on it, so
yeah, I'm into it. I just don't have time to watch the first season because I am in my senior year, so I'm doing stuff.
Luckily, I recently just graduated, so I have all the fucking time in the world to tackle this. So yeah, here we go. Next season, we're actually gonna cover the second season of My Hero Academia. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I managed to get through halfway through the first season as of the recording of this Snaps episode. So,
damn,
I'm almost at the end of the first season. I definitely say that we missed a little bit of an opportunity to cover it, but you know what? Hindsight's only 20/20. What can you do? The second season looks like it's just gonna be more of the same, and that's gonna be cool. Like this is one of the big name shows that I feel like I can really get behind because it's got its own kind of flavor to it, and it's got its own, it's not like cookie cutter like, you know, Attack on Titan or Naruto is. It's got its own kind of flash to it.
It's got its own thing.
I made fun of it by calling it Sky High the anime, but like
it is literally Sky High.
I mean, let's not fucking cut tails here. Like that's literally what the plot is. But it's interesting enough to where it's keeping me invested, and I genuinely kind of want more at this point. So yeah, get excited to hear this on the podcast now, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be hype as shit. So yeah, let's go. Season 2. This is probably going to be,
let's do it.
This is probably going to be one of the big name, like this is probably the biggest big name show that we've covered on the podcast, because we missed out on a lot of big names like Mob Psycho when it was out. Actually, wait, what the fuck am I saying? We covered Yuri on Ice. I am.
Yeah, we did. It's one of those things. I don't know. My relationship with both Mob Psycho 100 and Boku no Hero Academia is weird because it's like shows that I recognize are objectively good, but I know that I would not care about them, so I don't want my lack of caring about their plot like predispose me to saying they're less good than they are.
Yeah.
It's a weird situation. But in any case, yes, we are actually going to be covering Boku no Hero Academia season 2. So good shit.
All right, now moving on to the original stuff.
Yeah, so moving on to the one-shots. They're not always one-shots. They're at least new this season. Kato, the right answer. I literally had not heard anything about this show until I came in to watch the preview. This is Toei, which does not instill a great amount of faith, being modern Toei. It's CG. It's consistently CG, so it's not like Handshakers where it looks like fucking garbage. The plot is weird, but at the same time is not that interesting. It's an anime original, though. So basically, I'm not really sure why it exists. The general plot of it is there is a guy who is on a plane that gets swallowed up by basically a fucking alien cube that comes down from space. That's not a joke. And so, they're taken into the plane unharmed. This alien dude comes out and is like, I am going to intervene in Japan's internal affairs somehow. They don't really know what he wants. Is this Gatchaman Crowds? It's sort of, I guess. They don't really know what he wants. It's this one guy's job to kind of be the messenger, I guess, between the two of them. I am so sorry. There are a bunch of trucks that are just slamming on the fucking road outside. Jesus. But yeah, so it's his job to be the kind of go-between for these two things. But at the same time, because it's animated by Toei, it almost doesn't matter what we think about it because it's not getting simulcast. So, basically, I will say the CG looks like not garbage, which is nice, and is not always the case. But yeah, kind of the right answer.
The only red flag that I see is that it's modern Toei, and that
it's modern Toei, and it's
not gonna get picked up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm concerned because I cannot bet.
Modern Toei worries me.
I cannot put a solid bet on modern Toei or anything that's predominantly CGI, especially after fucking Berserk and Handshakers and all this shit.
Honestly, the only really good all CGI thing I've seen is Kimono Friends, and that was a meme show that was good.
Yeah. There's also Knights of Sidonia was also the only one that I see is passable at the same time too. So, I mean, we'll fucking see, man. I
mean, it's probably not going to get licensed anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm not planning on watching it. Yeah. Maybe, if it gets picked up, I'll maybe keep my ear to the ground, and if it's interesting, I'll pick it up, but, I'm not really betting on it being interesting. It looks like an opportunity to sell a lot of merch of the attractive white-haired alien guy and the considerably more normal-looking businessman guy. I know what y'all are here for.
All right.
So
next,
second one. Oh my god, I keep calling this the Irregular at Magic High School, but the Irregular at Magic High School is a better show than this. Let me see. It's Akastic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor, basically, and this was one of those things. So the idea is that it's this teacher who used to be a magic warrior comes in and teaches high school, and he has this magic nullifying thing that he does where he just makes a circle where magic doesn't work and it just old style beats the shit out of people. It's one of those things where it's when I saw the premise originally, I was like, yeah, okay, that could be interesting, and then I watched the preview and I'm like, just kidding, this looks really boring. Animation isn't super impressive. The school uniforms are weirdly sexual for no reason. I'm not gonna watch this.
Isn't the teacher a teenager too?
No, he's early 20s. He's early mid 20s,
which is acceptable.
I mean, it's old enough that he's older than them and is their teacher, but it's young enough that they're gonna try to do some weird shippy shit with it, probably. And so I'm not.
Yeah,
really
I wasn't interested
that.
That's one of the reasons I wasn't interested immediately, because I saw there was a bunch of girl students, and then they were like, "Oh, the girl students are just no, please, not again. We've had
not this." Yeah, so I was interested in the premise originally, and I watched the preview, and it looks really boring, so not going there.
This one, the next one, Renai Bokun, which was something that I was...
The very lovely Tyrant of Love.
I was actually initially interested in it because it started out with, there's a kiss note, you write someone's name in it, and they have to kiss someone, or they die, and I was like, that's kind of funny. And then I saw the actual fucking preview, and I was like, no, later.
This preview looks not good. I will say the little like Shinigami girl that gives the kiss note is cute as a button.
She is. She's
She's adorable. Other than that, it appears to just be like a weird supernatural harem.
It is.
And,
it's like a harem thing where like the girl like writes down the name of like kisses him, and then he goes to kiss his crush who's like obsessed with him. And
and it's like weird yandere, and it's just and has like a whole bunch of money spent into her fucking titty animation. It's just it looks dull. It looks dull. I'm not for it.
It had a premise.
I will say though that I saw the main girl, and I was like, man, Joe's gonna think she's really cute. Like, I also think she's really cute, but like she's she's purple and kind of gothy, and she's adorable.
Oh crap! Okay,
it's unfortunate that the show is really bad.
Yeah, the show looks real bad. It was one of those things where it's like you had me and you lost me. So
yeah. I'll probably just watch the preview later just to see the person,
just to see the cute girl,
about, and then I'll be like,
oh, she's adorable.
It's a shame that she probably deserves a better show than this.
Yeah, she probably does.
If it was a show and she was the main character, I would actually watch it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
same, but
purple.
It's not. She is purple. All right, this next one. Speaking of shows that are going to be fucking garbage,
this is the thing too. I also saw it and I was like, "This looks like fucking titty garbage," but also
Emily, we need to have
those
a talk.
transform
Why
animations.
are you watching this show?
Sinda Natsu no Tansai. This is incredibly titty. So basically, here's the deal. This is a show that features incredibly domineering women, total bastardizations of religious iconography, and also is just, I don't know, it's every single person in the cast looks like they could step on me, and therefore I'm watching this. This is actually, as far as I can tell, or if I remember correctly, this is a show that is based off of a line of like scales that came out. And even for titty scales, I was like, I actually like care about these titty scales more than I care about most of them. And so here we are. This is literally the story about like fucking, literally like Lucifer disobeys God, is cast to the lowest level of hell as a fallen angel. Like literally the backstory of actually Lucifer. Meets this very religious girl named Maria who helps her, and then she meets all of these like blah blah blah. Like, we're introducing you to the 7 deadly sins, and then she's gonna like beat the shit out of them, I guess. I don't know. I don't care really. Like, that's not.
I don't really think that's the point. I think
you don't watch this show for the plot. You don't watch this show for the plot with a lowercase p. You watch the show for the plot with an uppercase p. The plot. I don't know. I mean,
there was an entire frame that was like.
I don't know if this is too lewd for Crunchyroll to pick up. Is my biggest concern.
They picked up some other stuff that was sort of lewder.
I mean, I don't know. If Crunchyroll picks this up, I might watch it. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way just because I'm a little bit embarrassed that I'm even interested in it.
Emily, they had Monmusu, and I watched all of that. So
okay. If they had Monmusu, then
and you're also talking to the person with literally the worst taste of all time. Like, I've sat down and I've hate watched a lot of dumb shows just because I wanted to like complain about it.
See, the thing is I think I might actually enjoy this. Is the problem?
That's what I do with Monmusu. Like, I actually like enjoyed the characters for what they were, but unfortunately, like the whole thing is like they were all sexy all the time, and they all wanted the main character's dick, and I'm just like, I mean, it'd be way cool if you're just monster girls.
The good news is there is no dick for all of the characters to watch. They just are gonna hang out and like be sexy, and I'm like much more okay with that than having everybody be like slathering over this like reasonably average dude. So yeah, I don't know. I'm interested in this, and I'm interested in this purely because I'm gay. There is no other reason for me to care about this besides the fact that I am a person that is attracted to women. And other than that, this has no draw. But here I am, so fuck.
I'll at least watch the first episode.
Next show is unironically actually really good. The Anonymous Noise, or Fukumenke Noise.
It's got me on board. It's
yeah.
Got me
so
on board.
I'm gonna read like the actual summary for this. The manga tells a romance story with the themes of music / one-sided love. Nino, a girl who loves singing, made a childhood promise with her first crush Momo, and song composer Yuzu to someday find her voice. Three went their separate ways. Nino kept her promise, continued to sing, and years later, the three are now high school students, and Nino is drawn to the world of band clubs. Joe is watching this because it's about like cool rock bands. I am watching this because it's about incredibly troubled girls screaming. I am so for this. I'm very, very excited.
I'm
I
happy
watched the
that this
preview
is
and I was
coming
like,
out.
this looks really good.
I'm super happy this is coming out because considering how fucking hard Fuka broke my heart last season, I am itching for something like this to heal it. Like, this is gonna be perfect. The character designs look cool. The premise I like. It looks like it's gonna have a killer fucking soundtrack. I'm ready. I am fully ready.
Next up, Our Girls Machiavellianism. This show has a lot of capital I implications that I don't want to think about, and it turns me off of the entire premise.
Yeah,
Oh,
like if you just watch the preview,
If
like
you watch the preview, like you'll get it.
It is
you will
low-key,
get it.
low-key the
It's high
steviest
key.
thing.
No, it's high key, real
It is high key,
skeevy,
real
for a
skeevy. I
lot of
don't
reasons.
like it.
For a lot of reasons. And the fact that it has the word Machiavellianism should key us into that immediately. Because nobody who isn't kind of skeevy uses the word Machiavellianism casually.
Yikes.
So yeah, there you go. We're not
We're not.
watching this. We're not watching this.
She hates it.
This is almost like, seems like it's trying to be like stealth creepy, and that makes it so much worse than like
I fucking
the
hate
fucking
when
demon
shows
titty
do
anime
that.
we were talking about it earlier. That's like completely openly like, look, we're just here because you like boobs.
It's the
like,
fucking, you know,
this is
Kumamiko
so much worse
thing where it's
somehow.
just like, oh, it's like one thing, but then it turns out no, it's actually really skeevy.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like it's the difference between the justification for why Quiet is wearing a tiny bikini and the reason that 2B is wearing heels. Where like there's a big elaborate backstory for why Quiet's wearing a bikini that like sort of comes off as being very disingenuous because she's still like wearing a string bikini at the end of the day. Whereas the creator of Nier Automata was like, 2B is wearing heels because I like cute girls. And you're like, you know what? I mean, at least you're honest.
But you're forgetting the key difference between the two. Quiet's bikini is fucking stupid.
It's real dumb, but we're not here to talk about that.
We're not here to talk about that. No.
In any case, it's better when something wears being creepy on its sleeve. This does not do that, and it comes off as creepier for it. It's
except for the next show. The next show is
Speaking
very
of shit,
honest about being
real
creepy.
creepy. So Aramanga
man.
Sensei, it is from the person that created Oremo, and that is all you need to fucking know.
This show has not even come out.
This is literally Oremo 2.0.
It is
literally
trash.
Oremo 2.0.
Fucking trash. Why does this guy even keep trying, man? Like,
Because
no.
people keep fucking buying it because people are disgusting.
It's because people keep buying it because
people are
gross.
disgusting.
Aramanga Sensei is this dude whose little sister writes porn. And
no, he writes the porn. His sister illustrates the porn. He doesn't know that until later.
Yeah, it's
Jesus fucking Christ.
It is everything we do not like about anime. No,
and here's the thing.
Not.
Here's the thing, is that it takes like a lot of really specific detailed shots of like different body parts of this like tiny girl, and you're just like, ugh.
Like, creepy.
Like,
creepy, gross.
Jesus
I don't like it.
Fucking Christ. This show's gonna be a dumpster fire. Like,
it's going to be very popular, which is
it's
highly
gonna be a
unfortunate.
dumpster
but
fire
we're
that's-
not going to watch it
Which is
because
why
we're
I
not giving
hate
it views.
humanity.
We're not giving it views. We're not giving it exposure. Do not watch this. It's
No.
real creepy.
No, like it's gonna be it is a dumpster fire that is both bad for itself and just emitting toxic fumes to the people around it. Like, just don't. Just if
Do
you
not.
even if your curiosity is piqued, don't. Just
don't.
take a trash can.
The thing is that we want as little of this sort of thing to exist as possible.
Yeah, just take a trash can, put this show, and put it in there with Berserk season
Because we're
2.
decent people who don't want to fuck their little sisters.
Yeah,
Ugh,
yeah, no,
nasty.
fuck this show. Don't watch it. What's
Don't
wrong
watch
with
it.
you?
Okay, moving on from offensive to boring. Gin no Guardian. It's like based on a Chinese webcomic. It's China Does Isekai. It's sort of unfortunate because the first half of this preview seems like it's just going to be about this like dude who's kind of putting himself through school that plays a lot of MMOs, like meeting this girl online, and they like just duo everywhere. And I'm like, if this is a romance story about two like giant nerds that meet on an MMO, that would be the cutest possible thing. But it's not that. It's she gets like kidnapped and he gets actual magic powers, and I just like stopped caring immediately. So
Just from
like
the title card alone.
less of this isekai thing, more of the like let's just meet on MMOs and date. Like that would be adorable.
That
but
would
this is
actually
not
be cool.
Online, like internet dating, like I have a girlfriend. She goes to another school.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this would be really that would be adorable. But this isn't that.
Something like your
something
name,
else.
except over like an MMO or some shit like that.
That'd be so cute.
But you know, honestly, like I see this title card and I think, wow, this is just gonna be a fucking discount Sword Art Online.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's just not very interesting.
So, which means that it's probably just not worth your time altogether. Like it doesn't look like it's gonna be offensively bad. It just looks like it's gonna be really fucking boring.
Yeah,
If
so
you like
we are.
isekai, go for it. You know,
It doesn't have a lot going for it. So if you want isekai in your life, you could try for it. But like,
I mean, like, there's already so many isekai anime. Like, just watch a better one.
or
You
just
know,
like if you're a fan of this stuff, fuck it, just go back to watching Sword Art Online. Like, why bother? Like,
yeah, exactly.
because it looks like it's gonna be the exact same goddamn thing, except for the
or
brand
even
new coat
better,
of
just
paint.
watch Dot Hack. Like seriously,
Yeah,
Yes.
like, come on.
watch
There
fucking Dot Hack.
Yeah.
are better isekai anime out there, and it's not really a genre that like doesn't have a lot of representation. So
So
I
in conclusion, people with good taste watch Dot Hack and say fuck Sword Art Online. So good job.
Hells yeah.
Okay, so moving to an incredibly pure thing.
I'm
Alice,
so excited for
Alice
this.
Tsururoku. One, I would just like to say I apologize for the suggested by Bandai Visual little banner in the corner here. This title card is literally on screen for like half a fucking second, so there's no way for me to make it go away. But yeah, this show looks cute as hell. So it is like a group of young girls who can basically just lets them make their imaginations come true, which seems really scummy. And then they're locked up and treated as research projects, which seems extremely scummy. But then one of them escapes and goes and hangs out with this very pure old man, and it comes back around to being incredibly pure again. This looks really cute, albeit
runs away
very
and
below
escapes?
averagely animated.
She escapes from the facility and gets taken in by an old man who hates his life being interrupted. So basically, Shang, but really old.
So basically, Shang but old. This seems very cute. This
Yeah.
seems very cute.
It
And
just
the main
kills
girl
me.
dresses up. I think her name's Alice. The main girl wears this like really cute pink frilly dress, and she's just really cute.
Yeah, she seems cute and pure. This seems cute and pure. I think that Mia's gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely watching this. I
Yeah,
was gonna watch it.
I am not watching this because I already have a bunch of other stuff that I'm interested in watching. But this seems cute. This
What
seems really
sucks though is the animation in the preview does not
Yeah,
look
the
like it's
animation
filmed.
does not
But
impress
I'm
me.
kind of
in
hoping.
its defense, this is JC Staff on this is easily one of JC Staff's B shows, because one thing that we neglected to mention is Danmachi season 2 is also coming out in
It's not season 2. Sword Oratoria is a side story. I was actually going to mention it when we
Okay.
come around to
I was
like
about
some
to say.
Amazon Strike stuff later. But
Still,
yeah.
it's Danmachi. It's not worth watching because fuck Danmachi forever. Like, no.
But yeah, no, it's a side story for
Anyway.
picking up girls in the dungeon, and so
Not
this is
important,
JC Staff's B show.
Not important. What's important is that this is cute. It's like kind of a really light novelty story, but it's got a grumpy old man in it. So it's automatically better than any horny teenage boy.
That's true.
Absolutely true. So yeah, this seems like it's gonna be cute. I'm excited.
I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of shit I'm not excited for, Clockwork
Fuck.
Planet.
I was kind of excited for this at the beginning, but the more and more I looked at the preview, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith here.
This was one of those things where it's like I looked at the preview art and I'm like, this preview art is really Pixiv, and there's no way that this is going to be able to translate to actual animation. And I was right. The main girl's design looks really bad in the actual preview. It looks good. It looks good in the promotional art, but it looks really bad in the actual preview.
I'm gonna at least watch one episode.
Me too. It's got lots of red flags going for it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to people and say that this doesn't look a little bit sketch, but it has a very slim chance of it being sick as fuck. So I'm gonna stick with it for one, maybe 2 episodes. If the first episode doesn't if the first episode fucking drives me away, or if it absolutely wows me, like, we'll have to wait and see, because like I saw this and I saw the premise, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I can get with that. And it's got like a bunch of the character designs I was gelling with a little bit, and the promotional art. Then I saw it in action. I'm like, that's a bit of a dip. That's quite a dip. But you know what?
Considerable dip.
Maybe it'll get a little bit better. But we'll have to wait and see. Like,
We'll have to wait and see.
We really will have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up is Adam. So I got this slightly confused with Pluto, which is the Naoki Urasawa side story of Astro Boy, and if it was that, I would fucking be here. I would die for Naoki Urasawa. Like, Monster changed my life as a tiny teenager. This is not that.
I'm like so unsurprised by that revelation.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not that surprising. This is a prequel. This is a prequel to Astro Boy. As far as I know, this is a manga with a very like positive reputation. I will say the robot itself looks fantastic. I have definitely seen that robot design before because it looks real good. I might give it a shot. I might give it a shot if Crunchy picks it up. I'm not going to go out of my way to seek it out, but
I mean, it is Astro Boy.
The robot looks dope. Astro Boy is a good IP. And I haven't watched the original Astro Boy, but this is supposed to be a prequel, so you know, it's hopefully it will do enough to explain itself. But yeah, no, this is I don't feel super invested in any of the actual human characters, but that robot looks real good.
It has a cool
so I'm just like, I might pick it up for that reason. And they've got some like really slick like robot fight animation too in the preview,
Emily, would this be the first thing you do just for robots, even though you said you don't like robots?
I don't like giant robots. Normal like regular sized robots are okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the line for Emily's giant robot taste cuts off at Code Geass and nothing else. So
yeah, no, it's Code Geass. I mean, Code Geass I like for something we're actually going to talk about later.
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so moving on, things that are robots that I'm not watching. Frame Arms Girl. This looks like definitely the less interesting of the two anime that are coming out this season based on figure lines. It's like. It was funny because this is like, oh yeah, I know this girl is like, has random magical packages show up to her house and they have like magical living dolls inside them. And I'm like, I mean, we did Rosin Maiden already.
Yeah, that's fucking Rosin.
Like, I liked it, but we did it already. So I don't really know. I mean, okay, I will say the one thing that has definitely knocked this down is that the fucking subtitles are hard-coded into the video. Not a fan. Really wish that could have been done with closed captions instead, so I could have gotten a clean screenshot. But
I mean, you
they had captions.
I mean, they had it. But yeah, I mean, we've also got girls with like casually their panties visible, and they're like, I mean, I don't know. The frame arms line of figures has never really appealed to me in the first place. It's not for me, you know. I do think it's interesting that the sort of human character is a girl and not a guy. That was kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, I didn't really care for Frame Arms as a figure line, and this does nothing to sell it to me.
And then again, like, when it comes to plastic, there's not a whole lot that can entice you that isn't, like, the eternal, like...
That isn't just Step on Me.
That isn't just Step on Me, or a Chuya scale, which probably is on the horizon.
It's never going to happen. I'm so sad. Unless the movie does really well. I mean, whatever. We're going to...
This is unrelated, tangential. Keep going. Come on.
Yeah. So anyway, doesn't look especially interesting. I'm not going to be watching it.
Yep.
This next one, Sugimoto. It's a supernatural harem. Nobody cares.
Yep.
It's a supernatural harem, and it doesn't even look like a good one. Hell no. I am out of here.
As good as the title card that we got.
It doesn't have a fucking title card. It was weird. But yeah, it's just nope. Does not look interesting. Absolutely not.
Yep. Oh well.
Moving on. Okay, here's the deal. I am so glad that we do these because otherwise I never would have watched this preview. The promotional art did nothing to sell this to me. It was just like this blue-haired girl like crying, and it was sort of weirdly Madoka, and I'm like, okay, I don't really care. I am not reading the title of this because, as you can tell from all the characters on the screen, is really goddamn long.
It's a light novel fucking title.
It's a very light novel title. So I'm gonna kind of summarize. I'm gonna like do the summary. So basically, this takes place in a hypothetical future world where humans have gone extinct. And there are surviving sort of humanoid races that live on floating islands in the sky, which is okay, you know, out of reach at all, but the most noble of beasts with a capital B. So we're going to be fighting baddies, basically. And so they're like small group of young girls, the leprechauns can wield the weapons needed to fend off invasions from these creatures. And by small, we mean like, I mean, at least the main character seems to be like late teens. So this is not necessarily limited to like children, but there are children in this show, which is good. And it seems to have this kind of bittersweet thing going on where it's like they lead very
late
unstable and
teens.
fleeting lives.
So
where like
this
they're
is not
not necessarily
necessarily
limited
by
to
the
like
nature
children,
of their
but there
job,
are children,
where, like,
they're
this show.
small, but
which is good, and
they
it seems
like,
to have this
they
kind
like have
of
sort of an
bittersweet
unfortunate duty that they
thing
have
going
to fulfill
on
for
where
the
it's
sake
like
of
they
everyone,
lead-
which is just
Emily,
like,
I have
oh,
no
I
idea.
love it.
Emily, I had no idea I could become any less interested in this show, and then
I
we started
know, okay,
talking,
but
and
hold
now
on,
I'm
hold on,
less
hold on.
interested.
Hold on. Okay, so and then critical character is probably the last human who has awakened from basically cryo freeze, and this is a cute like found family, like the two people getting together, and there's going to be so much cute kid shit, and it looks really pure, and I would lay my life on the line for cute family shit. I love it.
I'm like, okay, I watched the same preview you did. I'm even less interested now that you've unpacked it.
I am no, that's the thing. I am signed the fuck in. I really love cute kid shit. The preview really gave me a kind of Spice and Wolf vibe. I think it's going to be almost like slow and kind of low key in the same way. I don't think there's going to be a ton of action animation, which is good because like the budget doesn't look fantastic. But yeah, this is just, oh my god. And then the actual guy like had a biological daughter who is obviously long dead, and so he has to like deal with that. And this looks like very kind of bittersweet found family, and I am for it. So thank you for making me watch this preview. I never would have watched it otherwise, but this seems exactly up my alley, so I'm very excited. So yeah, there you go. Moving on to the next show. I'm gonna let Mia mostly talk about this because it's Magical Girls, and I'm just not really qualified to judge that.
I was gonna say, did either of you guys watch the opening, or did I just leave it?
I mean, I've watched the opening. It didn't do anything to sway me.
I mean, I just thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. You guys could like add anything to it. It's really cute. These two girls are part of a team and they fight people, and it seems to be based off of like maybe like a mobile game or something, and the target audience is shonen, so like I'm not expecting anything like huge revolutionary, like cool or anything like that, but at the very least there will be some like fighting involved, and there's two girls who are on a team together, and they seem to be very good friends. And I mean that in the meme way.
Yeah.
So like that's one of the reasons I'm interested in this, is that these two girls are going to fight things and are going to be really good friends. And it looks cute. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The actual transformation gadgets look really fucking stupid. Like they get like a magic coin and they put that in a magic ball, and then they get a magic ring out of that capsule, and then they put on the magic ring. And I'm just like, that's
this
really
seems
fucking
very
complicated. Yeah, I'm just like, just fucking carry the ring. Like, don't put it back.
We finally reached another maximum: coin-operated magical girls. It's like, I need to defeat evil. Do you have a quarter?
They're magic coins.
It's a special coin, but that is pretty cute.
Special coin.
That's a cute concept.
That would be a cute concept that I would absolutely watch to be hilarious. But yeah, this is cute. So yeah, I think they're like ruby and sapphire. I don't know,
shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Magical Girls. It doesn't seem like super notable as a Magical Girls show, so I don't really have any interest in it. It's kind of unlikely to get licensed for simulcasting, but it's possible.
Yeah, I don't like, again, like it just, there doesn't seem to be much of a priority in picking up shows like this, because like, okay, fine. But, you know, so I don't expect it to get picked up by anybody, but if it does, I'll definitely be watching it on a legal streaming site. So,
all right.
Otherwise, I'm not going out my way.
Next up, have any of us like actually committed to watching this show, Soccer Request?
I mean, no, but it certainly looks interesting.
The thing is like, if none of us are going to, I think that I might. This show is basically Parks and Rec, but anime.
And like,
that's a really good premise.
You really can't fuck that up. Like, if you listen,
I mean, you can. Like, they're very clearly going for the Shimonetta market, and people have tried for Shimonetta and failed before, and it's completely possible that they will try and fail again. But this seems very charming.
It's by the I'm pretty sure it's like by the same people who did Shirobako. So like,
okay, no, I heard that. If that's the case, then I'm on board because like, fun fact, that's the same studio that gave us Myogia, but Shirobako is still A++ material. So
I think I might have meant Shirobako when I said Shimonetta. Whoops.
Whatever.
Shimonetta is a completely different anime.
Yeah, like either way. This is a premise that is granted, you can fuck it up, but it's rather hard to fuck up. So if they,
I like that the characters are adults.
yes, yeah,
I'm a big fan of that.
it,
And I don't
It's
know,
not like New Game where they're an actual fucking teenager that got a job immediately out of high school.
Yeah, no, I was like, this seems interesting. This seems interesting. 1 year in their jobs in the tourism industry and how they change and grow through that. It's like adults that just have jobs.
it's
Like,
literally
this seems interesting. It's literally Parks and Rec.
it's literally gonna
And
be
that's
Parks
not a
Rec.
bad thing. Parks and Rec is good.
Yeah, like
Except like I got kind of like the vibe would mostly be like the serious parts of Parks and Rec and not the funny nonstop goofs, which is like
we're
less
probably
fun.
gonna get goofs. Yeah,
There's
like,
gonna be
There's
goofs.
gonna be
goofs. Like
There's
let's
gonna be
real. There's
goofs,
gonna
but
be
like
goofs.
not nearly the amount of the goofs that I would like to have. So it's not something I'm gonna commit on.
Yeah, this seems. I'm interested in this though, for sure.
Me too.
So, moving on, and this was the point where I was going to talk about Sword Oratoria. Saga Round of Reset is such a fucking tragedy because I really wanted to watch this. This is like a summer with looping time travel and stuff, and it's totally easy to really fuck up this premise, but if you don't fuck it up, it's really good. And it's one of those things that I really like. So almost half of the population possesses some form of special powers. This is good because not all of the population has special powers, and that's good. I like that. I like that dynamic. But the issue is that it's on Amazon Strike, which is something that is an extra fee on top of Prime, which offends me. And Sword Oratoria is in the same situation. I never really planned on watching Sword Oratoria, but Amazon Strike is a concept offends me because Prime is already something that you have to pay for. And so having an extra bonus fee on top of that bothers me a lot. I will, however, probably go out of my way to watch this because I want to see if the premise is done well. Because if the premise is done well, I am here. So
what confuses me is that they put fucking battery on their regular Amazon video streaming service. So...
That was before they released. That was before they did.
That was before they had Strike as a concept.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
probably.
Strike is.
And they're like, not enough people are watching this anime. You know what this means? Time to make them pay more to watch this anime.
Yeah,
it's
that's
really weird.
That's not a fucking business model you want to go by. Like, okay, so here's out of the two big mainstream like streaming services, Amazon, Netflix. Yeah, well, Netflix does the stupid thing and waits for the entire show to finish airing, thus encouraging more piracy of the show. I'm looking at you, Little Witch Academia, Netflix. But, like, at least they put it out at a base fee where you don't have to have, like, they don't have Netflix anime where you have to pay an additional, like, 99 cents per month to watch all the stuff. No.
Yeah, and, like, that's a fucking horrible idea. So,
Like,
But
You're
if
gonna
it was 99 cents, it'd be okay. But it's not 99 cents. It's like $8 more per
like,
month.
you're going to put up
for Strike.
2 paywalls just to watch what, like, that's...
like, come on.
Like,
Don't
one
do that.
paywall is already a big enough, like, fucking...
And the thing is, like, you know, paying for Prime makes sense for other reasons. You get that, like, that sweet 2-day shipping and,
yeah,
like,
no,
a bunch of
like,
extra sales
I'm
and stuff
not
like that.
dissing
But, like,
Amazon
there's
Prime at all.
no real reason to pay the extra $8 for this because Crunchyroll is about that much and Crunchyroll is way the fuck more shows.
Yeah.
So,
Like, you get more bang for your buck. Like, with Amazon Strike, you get this and...
Sword Oratoria.
It's fuck, like, yeah, like, there's not enough content to back up the second paywall, so, like, you know what, like, I fucking see this going away in the future, because...
Yeah, I really hope that they remove that.
If
That's
they look
not
to make
something
money
that-
off of this, I got some bad fucking news. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
it's definitely not gonna happen because if they like paying for Prime, that's already a really large paywall that people really have to think about before they do it.
It's
if
like
they put up
$100 a year or
another
something like
one,
that.
if they put up another one, like
Yeah.
fuck,
That's
like,
really bad. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I will probably go out of my way to watch this, and y'all know what that means because I'm not paying that extra $8 because I'm just offended at the concept. Moving
Next
on
one.
to the next one. This premise is fucking weird. It's not weird in the same way that Idle Jihad is weird in that, like, it's wild. This is just, it's kawaii off-world mining.
It looks like they're trying to
It's
court.
strange.
It looks like they're trying to court both the Love Live and the Gundam audience at once. And
I don't think they sing, though.
no, well,
Love Live is like generally cute girls.
yes,
Yeah.
They're trying to court both of those audiences, but I have some unfortunate news. There's already Macross and there's already Symphogear that exists. We're getting Symphogear Season 4 next season. What the fuck is the point? Especially everything is in CG. The character models look kind of fucking wonky. The robots don't really show up that much in the preview, so that makes me concerned that it's not going to be much about the giant robots. And the premise just
It's just weird.
It's fucking
It's
weird.
a really weird premise.
like, it's one of those premises where you read it and you're not like, it's like, oh, it's going to be bad, or oh, it's going to be good. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's basically like, who came up with this? Like, why did this get funded? It's a really weird concept, but like not in a
dude.
particularly interesting way. It's just strange.
And then in the preview, there's just like this weird panning shot of like this girl in her underwear, and you're just like,
Why? Yeah, it's a weird. IDO is a weird thing.
Yeah,
I don't really know how to feel about it.
Whatever, man. Like, I'm not watching it. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
I'm not watching it either. It's strange. That's all it really is to be said about it.
Really strange show.
Next up, proof that I'm a bad Fujo because I'm not watching this. This is Oshishicho Koshiyashi Hane, or The Royal Tutor. This is very, very blatantly Fujo bait. It wears the fact that it is Fujo bait on its fucking sleeve. It is licensed by Yen Press, and I'm a little bit bitter against Yen Press right now because lad. If you know the Bungo manga, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm also bitter because of Chuoya. Don't misspell my fucking husband's name and act like that's okay.
Chuoya.
Fucking Chuoya. Jesus. And they fucking like made a snarky tweet about it too. I'm just like, dude, you fucked up. Like, don't be like, oh yeah, everybody cares too much. Like, no, this is one of the most popular characters in this goddamn series, despite the fact that he has maybe 30 seconds of screen time. Like, please, for the love of God, do not fuck up his name. So I'm a little bit bitter against Yen Press right now. I still haven't picked up the first Rocket Yusha light novel. Hopefully they do a good job on the translation of that. But in any case, this looks like very, very blatant and not very interesting Fujo bait. However, I am keeping my ear to the ground on it because of this. This motherfucker is just, he has this like really soft falsetto voice, and his hair is really long, and he looks like a smug fucker, and I want him to get punched.
That's the thing. It's like I watched this preview and like I immediately was like, man, this is super like Fujo baity and like kind of Emily Core, because they all have really shiny hair and there's a lot of like emphasis put on a lot of their facial features.
Yeah, if this ends up even decent, I may check it just to see him. I am not really interested in any of the other characters, and I'm not really interested in the whole, like, very blatant Fujo baity nature of it, but this guy is really attractive, and I am really stupid. So, I'm keeping an eye on it. I don't know. We'll see. But statistically, it's going to be bad. So... I'm not super worried about it, but you know, if it gets offhandedly mentioned as being, you know, above average, then maybe I'll look at it. But I'm not going to be watching this straight out of the gate. I'm going to sort of sit back and see what other people think. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to the next one. I am interested in this sort of despite myself. This is the story of a small witch who wants to go blow up the world. And a giant tiger man who wants to be perceived as human, and obviously has trouble with this given that he is a giant tiger man. I don't know. I'm sort of interested in the main character of this. I kind of want to see what she's like. Local small, as my note is, local small girl wants to destroy everything. Emily is auto invested.
Yeah, no,
the promo art looks not interesting at all.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that basically my opinion on the main character will make or break this show.
Here's the thing, that she and the Tiger Man seem to be both main characters. Mm-hmm. So like, I mean, he's probably the narrative character, the one that we follow around. She's probably just like the other main character with him.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is that the Tiger Man's not even hot. Like, how do you do that and not make a Tiger Man hot? Like,
I'm like glad he's not hot because I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, and plus, like, as long as the dynamic between the two is enjoyable, then it should be a good show. Like,
Look, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna put like an animal person in as one of the main characters, like, if they're one of the good guys, why are you not making them hot? Like, I'm just really
confused. Because the show's not going to be about that. I think it's supposed to be like a substitute father kind of relationship.
I mean,
so
you can have a hot dad. You can have a hot dad.
I mean, whatever. I'm not super worried about it. But yeah, it's my opinion of the girl is definitely going to make or break this show. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'll watch the first 2 episodes if it gets picked up. This is one of those I'm not going out of my way for, but if it comes to me, I'll check it out. Next one. This is similarly. So basically, I don't know. It's like there are things that are Emily Core that are cute, and most of the things that I like are very kind of bittersweet. They're like, they're about like growing up and moving past childhood, and this is the
I wish
sort
you
of
could transmit faces like via voice recording, because like my face right now is like. Okay,
I mean,
you
I like
finish. You can
it.
finish. You can finish what you're saying. I'll express my feelings afterwards.
I like it. So this is the story of they're third year middle school students, which is nice. They're not first years, and they always, most of the time, they are. It's a very easy way to like get a plot started to stick people into new situations. Like I understand why. I like that they're third years. It's one of those like sort of saying goodbye to who you were. And so the characters' growth and connection to the people around them, like their relationship with their teachers, their relationship with their friends, they have kind of a cute and innocent romance going on with each other. And it's kind of the idea of goodbyes, I think, is going to be very thematic in this. So this looks really nice. I don't know. I think I'm going to enjoy it. If it's executed well, I'm definitely going to enjoy it. But yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. Emily's mundane, and Emily's kind of idea of cute things that she likes are like usually kind of like, at least this one in particular seems like super mundane, and the entire description was like the most generic thing I could think of. Like if you asked me to describe a romance anime, that's literally the exact phrasing I would use. And that's literally every single one I've seen. It's just the other ones go out of their way to try and add something special to it to make it more interesting. This one doesn't do that, and so I've got no interest for it.
I'm a big fan of capital F focus, so I think that's part of why I like the things that have simpler premises or are more mundane in terms of like my actual like slice of life stuff that I like, because I think that then more carefulness can be paid to the like emotional mood of a scene and stuff like that. Also, the promotional art looks really pretty. It looks really nice, and I like the art style. It seems kind of soft. It's sort of like soft and innocent and not at all racy in any way. And so I think that this is going to be like a comfort show. Or at least I'm hoping it will be. So there you go.
Yeah.
Sort of the forward progression of time. Speaking of things that I'm not super, I guess, like speaking of me being really into like things with simple premises, Recreators, which I think both Joe and Mia are watching, and I am not. For that exact reason, because the premise is kind of. I mean, no, that's the thing. I totally understand why people are interested in it. It's just not for me. So like, I'm going to let you guys talk about it.
No hyperbole. This show looks like it's going to be really dope. Like it's got some cool ass fucking character designs.
Whoa, Joe, you might want to slow down with really dope. That's a little hyperbolic there. No, I'm joking.
Rude.
I'm trying to be funny, because really dope is kind of just like, it's kind of like an understatement, like as far as things go. It looks cool. It kind of gave me
excited for it. Like,
yeah, it gave me sort of a very similar vibe to when I watched the previews of what was it called? Concrete Revolution. How like they had a bunch of different genres sort of the hero genre of like superheroes sort of thing in one universe, sort of colliding and interacting with each other and kind of experimenting with that concept. That's the sort of idea I got from this preview and description, is that they have a lot of similar characters from fictional works, but they all actually exist and have intent. My main reason I'm really excited for it is that like the character designs look real fucking good.
For real though.
Like for real.
Look at some of this shit. The dude in the sunglasses, I think he's gonna be my
he's real hot. He's a real hot tamale.
Alley.
He's a real hot tamale, and also he fights people. He's fighting the Saber clone girl who looks like Saber but like more adult and less kind of I don't know. She looks more mature, and I like her. And I like her.
Let's be real, Mia. Your favorite is gonna be the shark teeth. Like
she has such a good voice. Like she talked for like 2 seconds in the fucking preview, but she has the exact voice you would think she does, and it's perfect.
I know your type, and I know that you're a Gary stan. So as soon as you see shark teeth, it's just gonna be instant. And
she's purple.
Yeah, no, like I'm for it. Like, and most like. Already there's like 2 out of 3 characters that are some shade of purple, and like I'm for it, so you know.
And then there's also like a pink magical girl who we get the idea that she's gonna be like at least a semi-important character because they are featuring her pretty heavily.
Yeah, like I don't know, Recreators genuinely looks good. I'm gonna 100% watch it. I'm not excited for it, but I'm definitely gonna watch it, and I have a little bit of expectation for it, so we'll see. Like.
I'm really interested to see like if from what I understand, it's kind of like what if all of these fictional characters from these different things came to life and were in the real world and were trying to do their own things, sort of vibe was what I understood, because there's no subtitles in the previews, we just watched them. But I'm really curious to see what the hell the purple girl is from. Like, what is she supposed to be?
Yep.
The other 2, I can like vaguely glean what kind of genre.
Possibly maybe like horror, because she's got the shark teeth and her hair is not fluffy. But
yeah, maybe I could see that.
I mean, I will say, yeah, I like the way that she looks a lot. I'm just like not super interested in this premise personally. There's at least one of the credits, I don't know exactly what it said, obviously, but it credits Fate Zero. I definitely get a very Fates feel from this. So that did not surprise me at all.
I'm gonna guess probably director.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because that's what it felt like to me a little. Anyway, super hot. Looking forward to that. So good job. Good job, Recreators. Right. Getting me hyped with 3 characters.
Nice.
Real invested.
So moving on to the next one, Kabukibu. This is doing the same thing that Code Geass did, where they're having Clamp design the characters, but Clamp did not write the story. This is basically indicative of nothing, but I'm watching it anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about this premise kind of interests me. Especially, well, it was one of the things where I feel like I totally missed the boat on Rakugo. This is not going to be as good as Rakugo. Like, I could definitely tell that straight out of the gate. But I don't know. I'm kind of interested in it regardless. I admittedly am doing this for kind of a selfish reason as well, that I have a friend that really, really likes Kabuki. And so I feel like he would appreciate me covering this, as well as the fact that, I mean, the last time Clamp did designs for a show but didn't write the plot, it was Code Geass, and that was awesome. So I'm kind of hoping that this turns out good. I feel like it's going to be, this is like, this is Fujo bait in like a way that I appreciate. So there you go. But yeah, I'm excited. There's not really a ton of plot that we can get from the preview. But yeah, so it's this guy that goes to school wants to join the Kabuki Club. There isn't a Kabuki Club, so he makes one. And I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. Let's do it. I also know approximately fucking nothing about Kabuki, so hey, yeah. Learning opportunity for me.
Easy as that. Okay, now we're rolling into our last show that we're going to be
rolling
talking about.
Our last show that Mia.
I'm real excited for this. I'm real excited for this. Okay, so the premise of this is called Hinako Note, and the premise of the show is that there's this, it's basically like a country mouse in the city type thing, where this girl from the country moves to the city and lives in a tenant house. And it's just her like everyday life and everything. But the thing is that animals are just instinctively attracted to her. So she used to like act as a scarecrow out in the fields, and like animals would come to her instead of going and eating crops. And that's fucking adorable. Yeah. Like, that's cute as fuck. Also, in the preview, one of the girls who like is part of, I guess maybe like not really her landlady, but like lives in the home that she's also living in. She's like a Konata looking fuck who eats fucking paper out of books for no reason and has like healthy. Cat ear hair. What?
That can't be healthy for you.
Have you seen My Strange Addiction? People can do a lot of strange things, man.
Fucking eating paper. I mean,
I actually know from experience that eating a large amount of paper does not kill you.
Yeah, it's
So
just
there
not...
you go.
Yeah, like, okay, but she's got like cat ears, basically like cat ear hair, and she like fucking just eats books for some fucking reason. She's just a weird chick. So I'm really excited for her character to exist.
See,
She's just like, God, so
this
cute.
Is the right amount of weird and cute and fluff that would get me interested, but I don't think this is gonna keep me interested. I mean, it depends on the show and if it's just going to be more cute girls doing cute things, or if it's just going to have that weird air of, oh, look, this one weird chick, she's just eating books.
I will watch it. I will watch it just for the girl who just fucking eats books, because that's such a weird fucking character trait. I appreciate it so much.
It looks like it's not going to be bad. Like, the worst that this show could probably be is just it's going to be just a little bit on the boring side. But even if it's boring, whatever. That's not.
It'll
really
be cute.
Harmful. It's still going to be very cute.
I find the art style really off-putting, which is why I'm dodging it. But like,
the reason why is because I look at some of the characters and I see Lucky Star Face, and that's, I'm pretty sure, part of the reason. Like, because Lucky Star Faces need to like stay back in the decade that they came from, because they do not look good.
That's the thing. Like I'm saying, like this girl, paper eating girl, kind of has like a
Konata.
Konata, yeah, that's why I said a Konata looking ass.
Yeah, I mean, she fucking does, and like it kind of gave me a little bit of a Vietnam flashback to when I actually had faith in Kyoto Animation.
Yeah, but she does look like Konata a little bit, but like she eats paper and she's basically a cat, so like I'm less triggered by it. Yeah. Also, I only watched like 5 episodes of Lucky Star, so I'm a little more blessed.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it looks like it's just going to be a cute show. Nothing super offensive or interesting about it other than paper eating. So yeah, we'll see. And that basically wraps up all the shows that we're covering. So
I mean, people have been calling this the season of the light novel. There are a lot of light novel adaptations coming out this season.
Fucking wrong.
I was saying, but that doesn't really bother me. Like, this is a bit of a controversial opinion, but I actually really like light novel anime, partially because light novels are a medium that are so incredibly cheap to publish that you can do all sorts of weird shit. Yeah, like, there was one of those things recently where it's like, I have gone to a fantasy world that been reincarnated as like a fucking hot spring. Like, that's awful, but that would not exist in any other medium. So,
or what about the one about the I went to a fantasy world with my mom and she also does like 99 damage per attack.
Something like that.
Also really funny.
It's just like, I don't know.
It's like the whatever isekai thing, but like he gets there and his mom gets taken in there with him, so he's like his mom becomes like the like baseline for their party because she's so fucking strong.
That's pretty funny.
I mean, the thing about that, I think that's good, is that it's giving basically everybody a taste of something. Like, you have the big names, which there are a lot of fucking big names this season. Like we said, Attack on Titan, Boku no Hero Academia, Boruto, fucking more Little Witch Academia, and Berserk, you know, for the 3 people that genuinely unironically like it. And then you also have the light novels, which is all the mix of just everything else that's just out there, which, you know, that makes for a good, healthy season in my book. So there's definitely a lot of stuff to watch, and I'm definitely looking forward to some shows and some others.
I mean, we'll see. It's light novel anime has a tendency to vary wildly in quality, so
yeah,
we'll see. But given that it's spring season, I am betting on more of these things being good than not. So
this is all for me. This is all just tying over to the summer season, because man, oh boy, I can't wait to do the summer.
Symphogear and Owari.
Okay.
The other thing that we didn't really talk about because we don't necessarily want to dedicate entire time slots to movies. There is a fucking Tatami Galaxy movie coming out this season, and I am flipping my shit. And that's all you really need to know about that. But it is amazing. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, no, guys, I'm just gonna say it. If you think that like just wait until next Snaps episode at the end of this season, because like, goddamn, I'm gonna be a wreck talking about Sympho Gear.
I'm so excited.
Owari Monogatari
already.
second season. Fuck.
I've gotten like 2 seconds of Maria footage, and I'm already set to go for the next 3 months. That's all I fucking need. Is I just need her to get some screen time where she's not being just standing on the sideline.
Anyway, so that concludes it for the Snaps episode. We basically got everything in one big picture for the next season. So yeah, guys, get hyped.
So...
Well, that does it for us, and we will see you next season.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. Later.
Later.